Jolan True, welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy, and welcome to another episode of our little A to Z officer series. And we are getting closer to the end of that series, by the way. And today we will have another rare officer and another Uhura. This time it's the Uhura that you know from the newest Star Trek movies, from Star Trek, Into Darkness, and Star Trek Beyond. But let's talk about the basics first. She's class engineering, which means you need engineering badges to upgrade her. She's from the group Enterprise crew, which means if she's captain, she can get synergy from another of that group, or can give synergy to another captain of that group if she's on the bridge. And she's from the Faction Federation, which means you need Federation faction credits to upgrade her or to promote her. And if you haven't seen those movies I named, as usual, there's an explanation text about the officer in the info box. It's a short one for someone from 3 movies, but still. I mean, Uhura is a classic character. It's just that this is a certain type. But you already could hear that she does have a captain maneuver, and that's hailing frequencies open. I mean, she's always the communications officer, so that really fits. And that means when the shield is depleted, Uhura has a 50% chance of delaying the next opponent weapon fire by 1 round. So if you have some fights, especially on the lower levels, where you, let's say, need a lot of rounds to take an enemy down, then Uhura might be a good choice for it before you have PMC or something. I had her quite early on this server as well. So that's possible. And I already got her earlier than PMC on my level 12 account. And then her office ability is target that signal. Uhura increases the accuracy of the ship she's in by 80%. And that's the ability I was using a little bit more when I was lucky to get Spock and McCoy quite early before I had the Kirk from that group. Then I sometimes used Uhura with them. That was the time before I got PMC, and to make my jellyfish a bit stronger, to fight some bigger hostiles for the daily events or for the battle pass events. And that might be a good choice for very low level players before they get PMC. Of course, as a rare officer, she does have 2 traits for away teams, and that's where I'm using her nowadays. She can be resourceful and analytical. Both you can unlock, and those are traits needed in certain away team assignments, and so it's quite helpful to upgrade her. I still need to upgrade her a little bit more, but I'm sending her out there, and that's my today's use for her. I had PMC for a long time for all the purposes you need PMC for nowadays. I'm usually using my Enterprise E crew. They haven't been in the game when I started this game, and I already used Uhura, so time changes what officers you need when and so on. But she is a good officer in the beginning of the game, when you just start either the game at all or if you start on a new server. And she's not that hard to get, and that's what we need to talk about as well. She is already in the premium recruit section. It's not as overcrowded as I always say about the overcrowded recruit section, the ultra one. And so it's easier to get Uhura shards from this part, and you get those tokens early. So it's not too hard to have her early. But she also is in the overcrowded recruit section. The ultra recruit section. I'm so used to that. There are a lot of Uhuras in here, 3 if I calculated correctly. And this Uhura is here too with the other officers from that crew. So you have more than one chance to get her, because she's also in the original Federation recruit section. Those tokens you regularly get from missions and sometimes event and stuff like that, and from the dailies. So you have a really good chance to have her early in the game. And she's also in another recruit section, the Elite Federation recruit, although that's the one, as you know, if you've seen my videos, that I'm rarely using. Only sometimes when I get those tokens from missions. but they are quite expensive in the faction store, and you know that I'm saving the faction credits for blueprints and I'm not spending them here, but you might choose differently. So I have to tell you that there is another way of getting her. Of course, I would like to know what you think about Uhura. How have you used her early in the game? Or if you just started, do you have her already? Are you using her, for example, with Spock and Bones, because those two are easier to get than Kirk? He's an epic officer, so you need more shards for him, and it's a bit harder to get. So did you use that combination as well early on in the game? That would be quite interesting for other new players, of course. And if you want to see another video, the next one is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.